Hello YouTube. Today we are going to be solving the minimum swaps to problem. Um, so I'm going to explain it. Well, okay, I'll explain it right here. So it's giving you an integer array that goes from 1 all the way to n, and it's asking what is the minimum number of swaps that you can make it so that it's in ascending order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going to give you a different example than this one because I don't really like this one. So we will draw an example right here. So we're gonna have 2, 1, 3, and no, we'll do 2, 1, 4, and 3. So now this is how it's given. So on swap 1, what we'll do is we'll start at this value and we'll put it where it's supposed to go, which is over here, and we'll swap it. So it would be 1, 2, 4, and 3. So now the second swap, it's gonna keep going until it finds another one that's not at the correct place, and it's gonna swap it with where it should be. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the second swap, so this answer would return 2. So now what the code is going to look like for this is we're going to have a while loop inside of a for loop. So what we're going to have is, in Java at least, something like this. So we're going to do for int I is equal to 0 while I is less than the array dot length and I plus plus. Now inside of here we're going to have a normalized index value, and that's going to equal I plus 1. Now inside of here we're going to have a while loop. So what it's going to do is while the array at index I does not equal the normalized index, or the normal, then we're going to make a temp variable. So int temp, and we're going to use this temp variable to store where it's going to go. So for this one, we're going to store the 1. So we're going to make it equal to the array at the index array of I, and then we're going to subtract 1. So for this one, it's going to store it's going to get the index of where it should go, which is over here, and it's going to store a 1. So it's going to get this value. So we're storing the 1. So in this one, it's going to equal 1. So that's what this code, the array at index array of I minus 1 is 1, right, which is this one right here. Yeah, which is this 1. So this one right here. So then after we do that, we want to set this to over here. So the array at index array of I minus 1, we want to make that equal to the array of I, which is it's going to make what this is going to do, it's going to make this this 2 this 2 go over here and this 1 go over here. No, it's going to just make this 2 go over here. So the array at I is equal to the array at I minus 1. So it's going to make this equal 1. And then after we do that, we're going to want to make this value, what we're going to want to make this one go over here. So we're going to do the array at I is equal to this temp value that we stored. And each time that we do this, we're gonna have an int, a count variable, and that's gonna start off at 0. And each time we do this iteration, we're gonna do count plus equals 1, and then we're gonna return the count. So now let's try to go ahead and put this into code. So we're gonna have a we're gonna need a count, and we're gonna make it equal to 0. And we need a for loop for int. The reason we're using an int I equals 0 for loop is because with an enhanced for loop you wouldn't get the index. In this case, we do need the index. So array dot length I plus plus. Now we're gonna have a normal, and we're gonna make that equal to I plus 1. So this is the correct value. So now while the arrays at I does not equal the normal, we're going to want to go through this. We're going to want to create that temp variable and make that equal to the arrays at the array of I minus 1. And then after we do that, we're going to want to make the arrays at I minus 1. Oh no, the arrays at the array of I minus 1. We're going to want to make that equal to the arrays at I. We're going to make the arrays at I equal to where it's swapping with. Now it's important to remember that this, when doing an equals, when using this equals sign, it performs what's on the right first, and then it performs what's on the left. And then after that, we're going to want to make the arrays at I equal to the temp. And then each time we do this iteration, we're going to count, we're going to want to increment count. And then after we finish that, then we're going to finally want to return the count. And then that should do it. There we go. Let me submit it, make sure it all works. Alrighty, so that's how you successfully complete minimum swaps. Thank you.